Hi guys, it's me, Blaine again. For those of you who don't know me, I'm on YouTube to put on little bits of guitar that I know that I'm trying to help people with, and of course I'm a professional piercer, so get down to the bare facts about piercing. So what I'm going to explain today is gauging, which is a big hot commodity right now in our culture. A lot of kids want to get it or have it, so this video is for the kids who have it and for the kids who want it. It's for both, so I'll explain why here in a second. Let's go ahead and show you my tools whenever I do gauging. Now, this taper kit, that's what this is called. It goes from the size 1mm or 16 gauge all the way to 10mm 00 gauge. It's in metric hand standard. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the 00 and show you guys what it looks like. See how it's rounded on the end? That means you have to have a previous gauge. You have to already have a pretty decent size, like 8, somewhere around there. Okay. Sometimes when people go and they want to have tapering done, they will go to a tattoo shop, and the tattoo shop will give them an option. And what they will give you is two options, which is the taper that I just showed you, or they will show you a dermal punch. I don't recommend anyone who has no knowledge to use this. Not even someone who has some previous knowledge. Really should just leave this to professionals. This is a very, very difficult tool to use sometimes, especially on the earlobes because it's such a thick piece of skin on the face. They also use this just besides gauging. Now, I'll tell you that this is about an 8 gauge, so that's, people get it so they can go straight to an 8 gauge. They don't have to mess around with the tapers, but it does usually cost a little bit more. Anyway, I'll go ahead and explain what it does. Usually, right underneath this cap right here, that's the metal part that they stick on the first layer of skin. They put it on there and then they twist it. It's a circular hole punch. So pretty much what it does is it goes all the way through your skin and comes all the way out with a piece of skin in between it, so that they can put the gauge right in. For professionals, I don't recommend anyone use this. Also, I will tell you that if you're going to do gauging yourself, you really should use metal instruments and metal gauges. Sometimes with plastic and rubber gauges, I know even though I use them, when you have a fresh piercing, it's real easy to get an infection, a real bad infection, where it gets real crusty. It can cause a lot of damage. Pretty much what you want to use is metal. Don't use any plastic or any rubbers. Like these plastic tapers, I wouldn't suggest anyone use. Okay, but if you do, just be careful. Make sure to use Vaseline when you taper. You're going to want to put it all the way from the end of it to the beginning. And the way you taper in here is, I'm going to go ahead and show you right now. You take the taper and you start from the outside going to the inside. Okay? Now, the other thing I want to tell you is, you're going to want to take it slow with gauging, no matter how big you want to go. Do not take it too fast, because what's going to happen is you're going to get a keloid scar, or what some people refer to as blowout, which is this nasty little scar on the back side of the earlobe, or sometimes on the front, depending on how they overgauged it. There's nothing you can do about it once you get it. They tell you that you could rub emu oil on it, but I've tried, nothing works. All that really does is kind of take some of the pain away. Just be careful, and always, if you're going to do it yourself, try and get a pair of surgical gloves. Black ones are usually the one that they have with the little grips on the fingers, so you can grab the tools you need. Always have your station or your little area set up somewhere clean that has been freshly sprayed and wiped off. No bacteria, antibacterial kind of wipe stuff. Like I said, Vaseline. That's what you're going to need to use tapers. It helps it slide through the skin, much like like an oil slick on the ground. It's going to help it slide right through. Don't use lotion. It gets real messy and it stings, and doesn't really help at all, unless you want your earlobe to smell of some sort. But pretty much just use Vaseline. They say lubricating agent on there. So, okay. The next thing I will tell you is, let's see. One thing that I found to really help when gauging someone's ears, if I had no leverage and it was a pretty small gauge they were going to, this is called a receiving tube. it catches items, you know, you're putting through another. Usually they use it on the nose, on the inside, or something like that. What you can do is you can put this on the back of the earlobe where the previous little hole has been, and you're going to slide the gauge through, and it gives you a little bit more leverage, not so much pulling on their ear, which is less pain for them, less pain for you if you're doing it to yourself. But like I said, just try to keep it clean. If you do get an infection, it's not the end of the world. It does not mean your ear is going to fall off or anything like that. You just need to make sure you're wiping off the scab and you're cleaning it daily. But after it's healed, don't continue to clean it too much, because if you over clean it with some kind of cleaning like hydrogen peroxide or alcohol, if you over clean it, you can get dry ear, which is a bunch of flaky skin that'll start to form on your ear. So just be careful of that, and I guess that's it. If you have any other questions, or if I didn't explain anything clear enough and you have a question, then message me or leave me a comment. Obviously, if you're watching the video, you know who I am. So, thank you. Bye.